Buddy was a fiddler who grew up super, super poor. He had some kind of problem with his legs. I'm not sure what it was when he was a child. And so he just sat around playing the fiddle for many years. And then after that, he never really had much of a job. He just lived super poor, super rural, and just fiddled. And I guess the one kind of gig he had is he was in a band backing up some kid that could play like Earl Scruggs. And Guthrie T. Mead and Mark Wilson were at a festival that Buddy was playing with this kid at, and they were playing some old time tunes. And Buddy came up and said, "Oh, I can play a couple old time tunes." And they kind of were like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. You're in the bluegrass band." And he's like, "Oh, let me play a couple with you." And then he ended up being just like this uh, treasure trove of old time fiddling. He's just powerful fiddler. But unfortunately, he died when he was maybe in his late 30s, I think, and
Really young.
really young.
Hmm.
But anyway, there's one commercial recording available, and it's called Kitty Puss, which is the tune we're going to learn today. And I highly recommend you get your hands on it. It's just guitar and fiddle, and every tune on there is just solid gold. At one point in my really deep obsession, I learned every tune note for note on the entire album. So the other thing is on the album, his niece, or
I think it's his sister. I thought it was his cousin, but then I think I was corrected that it was his sister.
yeah, uh, Leona Stam
Hmm.
is playing guitar with him on the record, and she has a super unique style. It is not like anything I've ever heard, but it really, once you kind of get used to hearing it, makes the tunes perfect. And it, in my mind, they're as big of a part of the melody as the fiddling. So, um, but they're very weird. She does very weird things. So we're going to try to cover both those things in this short period of time.
And I'll just say that we don't have our Ethernet plugged in. We're just going on the Wi-Fi. So if we have any glitching or whatever, just let us know and we'll run and get the cable. But hopefully our connection will be strong enough. So I'm going to let AJ play it once, and I'm not going to play so that the guitar players, you can either play along or just imagine what chords you might do. And then I'm going to join in the second time with the chords that Leona did. But I thought it might be fun to, uh, just let your mind speculate first and then hear what she did with it.
It's in the key of G. One more. So, a pretty weird little tune. Uh, what do you want to do now? You want?
Well, why don't you teach the tune?
Okay.
And then we'll go over the chords after AJ's got the tune
Yeah.
going for the fiddlers here.
Let's switch spots because my left hand is blocked by this
Oh,
microphone.
okay.
So I think that's gonna.
Sure.
Of course, it still is gonna be kind of, but you can sort of see. Okay. So anyway, this tune, it's kind of funky, like I said, and like you could hear. It doesn't have kind of the normal. I know that I've seen a couple of my students on this Zoom, and we were talking about call and answer formats of tunes, and this is not that. This has got a real kind of just loose format. And for today, I'm also going to totally skip bowing because Buddy did really weird stuff and he was very inconsistent. He would play kind of, uh, he wouldn't even down bow on the downbeat, no rules, just kind of whatever came about. I mean, it always was good and rhythmic, but very odd choices and kind of diverse choices. So I'm just going to skip that. And you could hit me up sometime if you really want me to go into that. We could do a lesson and break down some of his ideas. So anyway, I'm going to play just the first part, uh, which is weird, but here we go. It starts with a pickup note. It's very weird. So, okay, the first phrase, it's going to go from your open E and you're going to walk up. Open, 1, 2. Oop. I'll do that again. One more time. It's open, 1, 2, open, 3, 1, open, 3, 1, open, 3, 1. I can't hear you all, so I'm just going to hope you get that. One more time. Yeah, all right. And then the next phrase is going to go to your open D, and I'll play it once. So it kind of goes open 1, 3, open 1, 3. Sorry. Open 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, open 3, 2, 3, open 2, open. So those two phrases together from the top, that is 1, 2, 3. I'll do that again, maybe just a little slower. 1. Our cat is, it's dinner time. She's going to be bothering us throughout. 1, 2, 3.
I did put our chat window open too, so if there are specific questions, you can throw them in there too.
Try to flag me down.
I'll relay them.
Okay, so we just ended on an open D, and it's going to play the open D again, but it's going to kind of jump the beat. So, Rena, if you could just tap on the beat on your guitar, just
kind of like
give me a beat.
Okay.
Anyway, it hits that note right away. So we just ended on an open D. Roughly bowing wise, I would try to go up on this D so that you can go down on this next one we were anticipating. I have to get it back in my head. Yeah, it's so hard to do slow sometimes. Yeah, okay, this is weird too. So this is in the key of G, but we're going to play a C sharp instead of a C natural. That's a high 2 on your A string. So this phrase goes... Yeah, open, 2, 1, 3, 2. That's high 2. 1, open, and then 3, 1, 3, 1, open, 3, 1. That whole phrase, I'm going to do it again. Very strange. One more time. Open, 2, open, 1, 3, high 2, 1, open, 3, 1, open, 3, 1. So from the top, I'm going to put all that together. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then the last phrase here. It's kind of similar. I gotta play the whole thing. Oh, man. Yeah. One more time. Yeah. Okay. Starts on your. Sorry, this is the fourth phrase. I had to process there. Starts on your open again and kind of does a pickup note to your third. Open 1, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3. Open 3, 2, 3. Open 2. Open. Again. Open 1, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3. Open 3, 2, 3. Open 2. Open. There's the cat.
Good.
Dinner time for the cat.
So
I'll try it from the top.
I was gonna suggest too, maybe before we go to the B part, maybe I should just run through the chords for the A part, and then we can just run the A part with guitars and fiddles slowly.
I think that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we at for time? Okay. Yeah.
So fiddlers, just process, get those notes under your fingers a little bit, and guitar players will run through the chords. So one of our friends likes to say, I'll do the more like PG-13 version of this, but that the chords on the A part are General Electric, gosh darn, because it's G, E, G, D. So it's gonna be.
And this is kind of crazy, but it's got an E major chord, which if you get into some kind of hardcore bluegrass and old time, a lot of times there is an E major chord in the key of G instead of an E minor chord. Like if you actually listen to the original Foggy Mountain Breakdown from Flatt and Scruggs, the backup's playing an E major. I think it was just kind of an old time thing that people did, and it's awesome once you get used to it, but it is funky sounding. So
yeah, so General Electric, gosh darn, G, E, G, D. And just
That's not all of it, though.
uh,
Yeah,
for
there's
the
more.
A part.
There's more.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
more to it.
Play the A part.
1, 2, 3. So there's only one A part. We'll do it again. Sam has
Go a little faster, just
1, 2, 3. Then it goes to the B part, so we'll just do the A part again.
So those are the chords. So we'll back up the A part a bunch of times. And I'm having to make a switch because I used to switch at a different time. If folk process this to do it my way, I'm trying to switch back to switching to the E when Leona does. So it's a little earlier. So I'll try not to mess that up. But fiddlers and guitar players, we can just all do the A part a bunch of times together.
Yeah.
Kind of
just
slowly.
keep in mind that that's not how the tune goes. It goes right to the B, but for now we're just going to loop the A. A nice slow speed.
Nice slow
speed, guitar player. Sorry. This is a hard fiddle tune.
Some guitar players sometimes like to play faster than the fiddler. I don't know who, but.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So anyway, you get the idea. It's a pretty wacky little tune. One thing fiddlers all note, I do a little embellishment here on the middle half on that note that I jump the beat, where I'm kind of anticipating it and I hold out that note for a second. I also slide my fourth finger and play a unison 4 and open, which I do that kind of trick all the time, the unison with the 4. So it goes like this. So anyway,
I really feel like I changed the chords just now and we slowed it
No,
down.
I think it was just fine.
Really?
Yep. So
Play fast for a second though. I'm gonna blame this on that my immune system is working very hard right now. play that speed. Play that speed. Is that G here? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guitar players. We're not gonna hang on the D that long. We're going. It really is just General Electric, gosh darn, General Electric, gosh darn. It's a. So D, G, E. Sorry. You gotta play the tune.
1, 2, 3.
G, E, G, So really, it's just the same. It repeats twice. It's G, E, G, D, G, E, G, D twice. So sorry that I led you astray.
Okay.
B part. Ready?
B part. So
again, if you have questions, put them in the chat.
I know Mary Pat sent sheet music out with this. It's pretty close. It's not exactly how I play it, and maybe not exactly how Buddy plays it. So there might be 3 options there for you.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I'm taking notes.
Okay.
I've got the sheet music in front of me and I'm kind of taking notes. And so why don't we just send out, because there aren't too many changes. I'll just send out afterwards the variations so that people can just relax and enjoy the session and know that if they want dots, they'll get them later. How does that sound? So y'all can relax.
Could get together and talk about the bowing, and you could write those in if you want to. I think I'm pretty consistent in the video, so if you were to reference the video again, which I see Mary Pat's recording, you could pick up the bowings from that. But me and her will get together and note those out. I know what I'm doing. It's just random. So
that'll be fun to note out.
Yeah. Well, I can show you all the options anyway. Okay, so I gotta.
What I'm doing is random too.
The B part's even weirder, so sorry. So we ended on a D. We're gonna play a D again. And the first, I'll play the B part once just to get it in your head. So the B part does kind of repeat, although I have to say he switches. You could think of what I just did as a first ending, second ending situation. But he is very free with those as well. Sometimes he does them and sometimes he doesn't. So I am going to teach it with the first ending, second ending right now, just to show you both ways that might happen. So here we go. The first phrase starts on your D and it just kind of does a little arpeggio up the neck with a little added note. So open, 2, 3. Yeah, weird. 1, open, 2, 3. 1, 3, open, 2, open, 2. I don't know if I can say that while I do it. Yeah. Open, 2, 3. 1, 3, open, 2, 3, and then a 3 and 1. And then open. Pretty weird. One more time. Nice and slow. Yep. Second phrase starts on your 1 on your E string. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, open, 3, 1, 3, open, 2, 3. Again. So that is the first B part with the first ending. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I do a little thing with my bow, which is another half beat to kind of catch up. So there's a quick another little open. I'm playing my A and E strings open. So I do them twice. A little and of 4. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And into the second phrase, the first ending. So okay, so the second B part does the same thing in the first part. So it starts on your 3 with a little kind of pickup note. 4, 3, 2, and you kind of got to squeeze that 2 up out of tune a little bit. So you start in tune and just squeeze it up. And it kind of ends the same way then. So 3, 4, 3, 2, open, 3, 1, 3, open, 2, 3. So that whole B part starting on your open D, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to just show you one more thing that he does, only because I know that when Rena and I go to play it, I'll do this instinctively. I can't help myself. A lot of times he'll throw this little variation in the B part, and it goes like this. And he'll do that either the first B part or the second B part. So it goes, again, I'll do it. So it does an arpeggio up. Well, not arpeggio, but again, that open 2, 3. But when you get to the 3, you're going to play a double stop with your 2 on the bottom and the 3 on the top, an F sharp and a D. And then a 2 with a little ornament. So 2, ornament, open, 2 and 3, 3 and 1, open, open. And I have to say, I probably play, even when I do the 2 ornament thing, I'm probably still playing the 2 on the other string for a really kind of dissonant double stop. You don't have to be super clean. is really the point. It's not that I'm specifically playing that double stop. It's just I'm kind of mashing down on a bunch of notes and a bunch of strings. And it sounds good, so just go with it. That's it. So Reno will say the chords, and then we'll just play this tune a bunch of times.
So the chords on this part, it's gonna hang on it's just a D, an A, and a G. In that order, D, A, G. And you're just gonna hang on the D for a bit, and then you'll kind of go the A and the G more quickly. So do you want to play it?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it at regular speed, and then we'll slow it down when we play it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's classic Lena playing there too. Leona playing there. She does this thing where, even though the fiddler plays like this really obvious A double stop, it's an A and an E. She like takes the chord and plays it a measure after the chord change actually happens. They're all staggered or something, but it's awesome once you get into it.
And the other thing I'll just throw out there for guitar players to mess around with. So a lot of times in old time guitar, there's kind of like you're doing a boom chuck, so you're like hitting a bass note and then doing a chuck, and then another bass note and then a chuck. So boom chuck, or boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. One of the ways you can get some melodic variety while just doing that pattern is by varying what bass note you play. And so, a lot of times in the key of D, it might be, a very standard thing to do would be like D, chuck, A, chuck, D, chuck, A, chuck, D, chuck, A, chuck, like that. I keep messing it up while I'm telling it to you, but so just kind of rotating between the D and the A, D. But one thing Leona did a lot that I really like is she'll mess with that pattern. So she'll reverse it sometimes. She'll go A, D, instead of, even if the chord is a D, she starts on the 5 instead of starting on the 1. She'll also use I don't know if she used her thumb or what, but I'm guessing she probably did. She'll use her thumb to get this F sharp note, and she'll do that in the key of D as a bass note sometimes. Or she'll do it this way a lot. She often starts on it. And so as you're playing this D chord and holding it, you can mess around with, if you can come up with interesting combinations of your D, your A, your F sharp to, match the fiddle tune in interesting ways. Just play it for a second. So
the B part? Just
to play the B part.
1,
so I'll do it the first time by starting just on the D and being very standard, and then I'll mess around a little so you can see what it sounds like. So I'm just doing normal. Now I'm going to mess around. So anyway, so you can throw these in there, throw A's in there in unusual spots, and just see what you can come up with. Since we're all in different spots, it's easy to kind of do your own thing and see what you can come up with.
Yeah, so let's just try playing the tune. And sorry, guitar players, but we're going to start extremely slow.
I'm going to try to keep it slow this time.
For a couple times, and then we'll bump it up just a hair and a hair more. So here we go from the very top.
The whole tune.
The whole tune. This is Kitty Puss. 1, 2, 3.